class. So Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Okay, so we are at the week 11, is it? Okay. So basically for this week, okay, this video will contain the continuity from the previous one, which is the previous video is about how to determine whether the function is odd or even, right? So now we will focusing on the Fourier series itself. Okay, the title of this chapter is Fourier series, but for the previous week we just we need to know first how to identify the function, whether it is odd, even or neither. Okay, so maksudnya function ni boleh jadi dia odd, it can be odd, it can be even, or we have another one which is neither, which is dia bukan dua-dua. Okay, it's not a odd and it's also not a even function, so it's a neither. Okay, right. So for this week, in this video I will proceed with the Fourier series. Okay, the main title. Okay, so before that, okay, I will write the what we call the formula. Okay, so this is the formula for the Fourier series. Okay, right class, so this is the equation. Okay, equation for, sorry, not formula lah, equation for the Fourier series. Okay, I write first, then I will explain one by one. Okay, alright class, so the first one, so this is the full, or this is the general equation for Fourier series. Okay, so fx equal to a0 over 2, okay, it's fixed already, a0 over 2 plus summation from n1 until infinity, and then they have a bracket here. You can see they have bracket an cos n pi x over L plus bn sin n pi x of L. So class, okay, the ones three. Okay, they have three terms or three coefficients that I circle with the red color here, is we call it as Fourier coefficient. Okay, which is a0, an, and also bn. So this is we call it as a Fourier coefficient. Okay, alright. This equation 1 is a general equation for Fourier series. Okay, Fourier series. Alright, so now how to find a0, how to find an, and how to find bn. Okay, before that you can see they have n. So n is just a number. Okay, later on, okay, I mean in the equation will be have the n, or no, n is remain as unknown. Sorry class, n is unknown. Okay, n is unknown. So the things here that you should substitute with the value here is L. Okay, L they have a value. Okay, dia akan dapat, ataupun dalam soalan nanti dia akan beri value L. So if you still remember for the predict function before this, the previous video, I'm not sure whether I already mentioned about this or not, because I'm not explain detail on the predict function, because I mentioned, or I said it that I will explain in this video lah. Okay, but just a quick brief that L here you can get it from this equation of periodic function. Okay, later on I will explain detail lah for this, but now we proceed to a0, an, and bn. So what's the equation? Because you need to substitute a0, an, and bn, but how to find a0, an, and bn? So they have a formula to get to find or to calculate these three coefficients. a0 is equal to 1 over L negative LL fx dx. Okay, so 1 over L. So actually L you can get it from this equation. Okay, or either one, like this one we call it as interval. Okay, from negative L to L. So L is must be a number. L is a number. Yes, of course, L is a number. So what that is mean that this interval must be have a same number lah. So if here is negative 1, so here should be 1. Here if here is negative 2, so here should be positive 2. So L here you can get it either one way. They have two ways lah to get your L. Either you use this equation, okay, later I will explain more, or from the interval given. Okay, interval also will be given. Okay, sometimes lah, either one. It can give you this equation or it give you interval. So you can get your L. Definitely you can get your L. Okay. So you will substitute your L here. So integrate, you will integrate from negative L until L, and then your function fx. So fx here is not this one, okay, class. Even though this is fx, but this one fx here not what we call not this equation actually, bukan. Okay, bukan equation ni. Ni equation yang jawapan akhir. So this is the final answer that we will get from this one lah. Okay. So fx here is a function that you will get from the equation. Okay, alright. So same thing here, negative L juga sama. Okay, is similar, but now they have an extra here, which is cos n pi x over L dx. Okay, class. So they have an extra here, cos n pi x over L. Okay, and for Bn, okay, for the first two here is equal. Then here is sin n pi x over L. Okay, sin. Kalau tadi for A0 here is cos. For A0 but AN. And BN here is sin. Okay, these two lah different kat sini. Kalau A0, for A0 is nothing. It's just fx. Okay. Alright. Okay. But they have another one that you need to consider. Okay. Okay, if your fx, okay, if your fx is even, okay, class, if your fx is okay, that's why you need to know first how to identify your fx even or odd, because when it comes to Fourier series, you need to split it. Maksudnya they have two different way to answer the question. If the fx is odd, so this is the way. If the fx is even, so this is the way. So it's different. Okay, so if your function is even, okay, even, your general equation just now, okay, this is your general equation just now. So now, fx, your general equation or your answer, the final one will be a0 over 2 plus summation n1 infinity an cos n pi x over L. That's it. Enough. Full stop. So you can see that which Fourier coefficient that doesn't exist here. Fourier coefficient apa yang tak ada dalam equation ni? Actually we derive it from the general one. But if from the general one, you can see that we have three coefficient, right? A0, an, bn. But when it comes to even function, you just have a0 and also an. So they have no bn because of for even your coefficient Fourier is coefficient Fourier bn is equal to 0. So let's say you have a question, and then after you find or after you identify whether the function is odd or even, then the question asks you which Fourier's coefficient equal to 0. So kalau for example your function, if your function is even, therefore your coefficient Fourier's yang equal to 0 is bn. Okay, bn is equal to 0. How about odd? Okay, for odd, saya bagi dulu ni lah. If odd, your A0 and AN. Maksudnya dua lah. A0 equal to 0 and also AN also equal to 0. So means that what will you calculate here? You will calculate only Bn sin n pi x over L. Only Bn sin pi over L. Yes? Senang lah. So for me, if the question give you odd, so it's easy for you. Maksudnya, I mean it's not lengthy lah as even, tak panjang sangat tak compare to even, okay, because even they have two coefficient that you need to calculate, n and an, but for odd you just calculate for bn. Okay, you get what I mean? Alright, so if, okay, because you also have the cases where your function is neither means they have not a even or also not a odd. So for that case, you need to patiently, because you need to more patient lah, because the calculation is quite long lah. Because of what? Okay, so they have another one cases lah, okay, neither. So the equation will be the general equation. Okay, your fx will be this one. means that you need to calculate all the coefficient Fourier. You need to calculate A0, you need to calculate AN, you need to calculate BN. So after that, you calculate all these three. So then you you substitute back to the equation here. Okay, so for the simplest one is odd, of course, because you just calculate your BN. For the medium one is even, you will calculate A0 and also AN. And then for the lengthy one, for the complex, not complex lah, I mean it's quite long lah dia punya steps kan. So for the needle lah, if you get the question of needle, so that's mean you need to calculate all of the Fourier's coefficient, A0, AN, also BN. Okay. Alright, so one more class. So they have a special case where the okay, if you can see that your A0, AN, and BN is 1 over L, right? 1 over L and then negative L up till L. Okay, so class, okay, basically we will use, okay, this is the general one lah. So but basically we will use this equation 1 over L and negative LL when it involves with the function with the piecewise function. Piecewise function macam ni piecewise. Piecewise tu maksudnya if you have two function. For example 0, 1 for example. So this is piecewise, okay, you have two functions. So this is a piecewise function. So when we get the piecewise function like this, okay, so you will use of course lah, you kena tentukan dulu, you need to identify whether this function odd or even or neither. Okay, after you get the identification for this function, then we want to proceed with the equation, is it? So let's say it's even, it's even, so you need to find A0, AN, then you will use this formula lah. Okay, we will use this formula because this one is piecewise function. But if your fx is straightforward, it's a single function. Okay, I can say it's a single function lah. For example, negative x. For example, negative x. So how to, yeah, of course, you need to identify first whether this function is odd, even, or neither. Then after you identify, then we want to calculate it. So let's say, let's say this is a okay, it's different, Okay, class, is different kan? For the first function here, it have two function. Okay, they have two, they exist two. But for this one, it's only one function. So the first one, we call it as a piecewise function. Okay, and this one is just a single function lah. So for the number one here, this number one, you will use this type of equation. Okay, but now for the single one, okay, this is the new, not new. Actually, it's the most simplest lah compared to the piecewise function. So for A0, AN, and BN, for this one, okay, for the single function, the equation will be 2 over L. Okay, 2 over L. Okay, it's different. Tadi 1 over L kan? 1 over L. Now it's 2 over L, and then you will integrate from 0 until L only, not from negative LL. It's just consider the positive from 0 until L. Okay, and then the rest will be same lah. Okay, yang belakang ni sama lah, cuma the first two here, okay, is with 2L, 0L. The rest will be equal. Okay, the rest will be equal. Okay. Alright, class. So yeah, so this is the I give you the introduction first lah for the equation that will involve in the Fourier series. Okay, so in the next video I will give you, or I will show you the example for each cases. Okay, so example for each cases mean I will do it for even, and then I will do it for odd, and also I will do it for neither cases. Alright, okay, class.